Hello and welcome once again to Akusia's vlog. If you are new here, kindly subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the notification bell when you're done. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to prepare yam balls. This is a no-fail recipe and my mother's favorite one as well. She's always the talk of the day whenever she prepares this delicious recipe during her friends coming over or whenever there is a family gathering. Come with me as I take you through the process today. I'm going to list all the ingredients in the description box below, so kindly check it out. First of all, we have our oil for frying. We have our white pepper. You can use black pepper too. I have my salt, my milk, an egg, carrots, some mixed bell peppers, an onion, salted butter. You can use unsalted too. Our breadcrumb and then our yam. So we are going to begin by peeling out the outer skin of our yam and then we wash it. I recommend you using puna for your yam balls because puna is very sweet and then it's also easy to mash when it's done cooking without having any lumps in it. So Ghana na so kojuma to puna bayre puna de odi ya wo yam balls nso so a de amazing sne wa ha say no enye puna eye bayre mo na abani bi ntino. Se wo yusu bayem na sensenentem nyasa enche na adane ko. When you're done, wash it well and then put it in water because it's new yam and it easily turns orange or brown when you leave it like that. Rewash it one last time before placing it in your saucepan to boil it. Now we are chopping this into smaller sizes because we want it to cook very fast and then it becomes very easy to mash too. So add a little salt to taste. When you are done, cover it. Now we are going to prepare our vegetables. So I'm grating my carrots here. You can chop them into smaller sizes too. After you set it aside, now we go ahead and chop our mixed bell peppers too. I'm using the colors red, yellow, and green for my recipe. Now using vegetables are optional, so you can do away with it, but then it makes it more aromatic and more tasty when you use vegetables in your yam balls. These two, you chop them into your preferred shapes that you want. Cut your onions into smaller cubes by removing the hardest part and then you continue your cutting. Set it aside when you are done. Now that we are done cutting our vegetables nicely, we are going to check on our yam. See that the water has turned starchy, so it's well done. So you take it out and then strain the water out, pour it into another bowl and then start mashing. Mash it whilst it's still hot. This way it's so easy to mash and then you add your butter to it. After you continue mashing to make sure that everything is mixed well. I remember eating this as kids on our birthday, especially on our daddy's birthday. My mother would wake up so early in the morning and then prepare our delicious yam etor. She only mashes the yam puna. because I told you it's too sweet. And then she adds margarine, blue band, and then after she will cook lots of eggs and then we eat it like that. Try it. It's also nice. You can eat it with your kids. You can fortify it with sardines or tuna flakes too, and trust me, it's so good. After, I'm going to add my white pepper for some sweetness or some aroma. You can add black pepper too if you want. Some add artificial spices. I don't want to mention names and it's not good. So add about a tablespoonful of your milk to this and then continue mixing everything together. When you use natural spices and herbs, it's good for your health, and then it also prolongs long life as well. We do not want our mixture to be so mushy, so we want the wet sand mixture. After, I'm going to add my vegetables and then I'll taste for salt. If it's okay, you leave it like that. But remember that we added salt whilst cooking our yam, and then our margarine or our butter is also salted. After, I'm going to add my carrot too, and then I'll mix everything together. Adding of the vegetables are optional, but I prefer to take every chance I get to eat vegetables or to have balanced meal whenever I can. So trust me, you can do this, especially when you have kids around and they're so picky with vegetables. This is how it's supposed to be. So I'm going to mix an egg with my milk and then I'll set it aside. You can use only egg for your glazing and it's also good. Now let's begin. So I'll just take a little into my palms like this, roll it into a ball. Make sure there are no cracks on your balls and then you dip it into your milk and egg mixture. You can place it in your plate this way without adding any flour or breadcrumbs, and it's also good, just that it won't be so crunchy when you are done cooking or frying it. So if you don't want the crunchiness, you can use only your egg, or you can mix eggs with your milk too, and then it's also good. Now place it nicely into another plate to make sure that it's dried a little bit. So you continue with that process. But then if you want it more crunchy, you coat it with flour first and then you dip it into your egg and milk mixture before dipping it into your breadcrumbs. This way it gets more of the crumbs and then it makes it more crunchy after frying. This one, you don't have to roll it into a bigger bowl because at times it becomes difficult to eat more than two. So I prefer to scoop just a little in my palms and eat it as small chops whenever I'm preparing my rice or when I have any drink to eat it with. Yam balls we ankasa no aya udi a edo nti no wo bo abone nketenkete enye aduane a ye hyeda bone akese na wudi ne saada bi bone nketo nkruwa so wunya party bi kra obetimi a 7 it is small chops na ayefe aye ni council so bia benye biedi so oye na kese nipa ni di a ebedo obesai no tie nketenkete na enye Kama. When you are halfway through it, you light your fire, you place your saucepan and then your oil to bring it to a heat. We are doing this on a medium heat, so make sure the oil is well heated before dropping in your yam balls. Trust me, if your oil is not heated, it will soak all the oil and we don't want that for our yam balls. We want it very crunchy. Make sure the oil isn't too high too. That way, immediately you drop your yam balls in it, it starts burning. And we don't want that as well. So you flip it over to make sure that all the parts are well fried before bringing it out. Since the yam has already been cooked, we are only doing this for 2 to 4 minutes or till all the parts are golden brown before taking it out. If you want a more crunchier one, please brown it more before taking it out of the oil. The more brown you fry it, the crunchier it becomes. So always make sure that when you want the crunchiest, you brown it a little longer. So you scoop it out in the lime coriander and then you set it aside to cool it a little. So pese echina aya maningo angwanim na chine kakra kan na nye brown uwia na wayi egu soneye mu kama soneye no ubetimi de chensen asiase na ode siso so we need tissue paper se wo bi so a fatum tse de mayi na wo de esi wo fefefe. After you fry your second batch and then you use the same process again. This is so simple and so easy to make. It doesn't have any artificial spices, which I always talk against, and then you are good to go. And then with the oil too, make sure you use any of the recommended healthier oil for your frying. Now, when you're done preparing this, you can eat it with any drink of your choice, or you can eat it with your jollof, your fried rice, your plain rice, or any rice of your choice too. And it's so delicious. You can eat it as small chops or appetizers too. And trust me, it's very good. To my new and then existing subscribers, thank you so much for the support. I'm so grateful. Continue sharing me out, liking and leaving comments in the comment section. This way it gives me more energy to do more videos for you. Thank you so much and bye-bye.